Okay, so we're recording. All right, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna do a little quick podcast of my project, which was how can silence be used and how do we read silence? I found this as a very interesting topic since me, I may not look like I'm a quiet person, but I really am. Um, I would say when I was younger, I was more outgoing, but throughout time, I started becoming more reserved. I was more to myself. So that's why I understand um, why people could read silence wrong. Silence could be read in many ways. It could be a way to misunderstand and think someone is angry, or it could just be a moment of respect of silence. Silence could be different things, but we all go straight into, oh my God, they're mad, or something's wrong, or maybe they're just nervous. But that's not always the case. So when I was thinking about our topic in which we were going to write about, I immediately chose a different one. I wasn't going to go with the silence way, but I felt like my other topic just really wasn't who an experience I have gone through, and therefore I couldn't really connect to the topic. And that old topic was, how do we focus with like writing with music or silence? I don't know. It was something like that. How do we write better between hearing music or and complete silence? But I felt like that wasn't, I didn't really do my work in silence, or I'll go one way or another depending on what assignment it was. So I couldn't really go with that way. So I started focusing more on silence. Why? Was because, like I said, I'm a silent person. So I started off like in a personal experience. I started getting silent, I would say maybe roughly about ninth grade, entering high school. I was a really silent person. Why? At first I thought it was because I was entering new environments. A higher education, moving from middle school to high school was a crazy transition, I would say. I didn't feel like I was really prepared for it. So when I got there, I was quiet. Um, People would talk to me. I would sometimes talk back, but I would be quiet most of the time. Not in any way of disrespect, but I really wanted to hear what they were saying. One, a re- a person who spoke in a video that I read or saw on a TED talk, she mentioned how silence is key to really understanding a person. How? When you take a moment and listen to what that person is really trying to say, it gives you a better understanding, other than not even letting them finish the first sentence, because we immediately want to go in and try to give them some type of advice or our own opinion instead of letting them finish. So we don't know the whole story. So they just get a random lecture that they didn't even really need, because that's not the point they were trying to put out there. So I like how she mentioned that silence could be a really great way to really understand and listen to someone. It's different to hear someone and then actually listen and pay attention. So she said that that is really important, being, actually take time to understand, comprehend everything that's coming out, you know. And another thing that I really liked is how she said silence could be used in a way to bring cleansing to your mind, relaxation. Most people tend to like say, oh, I relax better with music. But if they really take time to relax and hear what's around them, when I say that, I mean nature. We tend to walk around sometimes with music blasting in our ears. But what if we took time to really listen to our planet? The wonders that are hidden, the whispers in the wind, the chirping of the birds, the crashing of water and oceans, how more relaxed would you be hearing that than nowadays people talk or hearing music about drugs, sex, killing, murdering, things like that. Me personally, I don't think that's that's peaceful. Or even hearing some sad songs. Maybe you're not a sad person, but sad songs, could be one of them. I feel like that's a whole bunch of just negative energy. And there's some good songs, out there, but I feel like that's the number one music people tend to hear nowadays. But silence could be used in a way to really bring relaxations to you. It could also, I would say, be a way to give people comfort to talk to you in a way. Why do I say this? I feel like people really observe who they decide to open up to, and sometimes they go for a real quiet person. Why? Because they feel like their secrets or whatever they're going through is secure with you. And thinking about it now, that's a really interesting topic. I would probably want to talk about later, but right now we're talking about how silence could be used and understand or read. And I was thinking that maybe they tend to find quiet people more um, easy to talk to because the way they appear, they don't interrupt maybe when you're talking, or you don't feel judged. And we as quiet people know when to talk, I guess, after they allow us or ask for our own opinion. There we go, we talk, but they really listen because they know that we were listening and understanding on where they're coming from and how they feel, which is a really interesting thing. Silence, I feel like, could be used to demonstrate different emotions. I mean, we have facial expressions, but silence is very loud, very, very loud. Why do I say that? People notice a quiet person too. If we weren't noticed, but we would be okay. And I'm kidding. It would complete our mission and why we're quiet. We don't want anyone to talk to us. That's not what we mean. But people notice quiet people too. But like I said, people could read it differently. They might think something is wrong. They might think they're angry, nervous, stressing. Different things could come into their mind. Maybe we're just vibing and chilling in the corner. Who knows? But yeah, so people could read silence differently too, and the way we could use it. So another way that we tend, or not us, but girls that are in a relationship tend to use it, is the silent treatment. Everyone knows the silent treatment. If you haven't gone through it, it's not the worst, but it gets annoying and frustrating after a while. So the silent treatment, we basically, I guess, did something wrong and we come to our house or to their house just being completely ignored or blocked off, and we don't know what we did wrong until like finally she decides to like speak and tell you, and then you're really confused. You're like, when did I do that? But they're quiet, they just look at you, and they could just give you one look and they mad. And that's the funny thing. Silence could be used as that. It could be used as a way to, like I said before, show respect. things like that. And it's really interesting. And I just feel like right now, I know you're hearing this podcast. I would like you to take a moment, maybe stand outside for a few minutes. I would say 5 minutes. Um, Take off your headphones, or if you're hearing music, take them off. Go out there, listen to your surroundings, and really hear nature. You have to be one with nature. Hala, I'm over here talking about one with nature. Uh, but really bring relaxation to your mind, listen, bring it back to its roots where we wouldn't hear music. Yeah, maybe it could give you time to remember some childhood memories, maybe when you were playing outside, but just close your eyes and just listen to what's around you. Another challenge I would want to throw out there is really take time to, just be quiet and listen to what a person is telling you. Be respectful to that. It's really important because you never know what that person could be going through, and we can't just blabber or start attacking them with nonsense after their first sentence. It wouldn't make any sense. Take time, understand them, listen, and then if they ask for your opinion, speak. If they don't ask you for your opinion, just respectful, okay, understand. And maybe they just need someone to vent to. You never know. Maybe they don't have anybody else and they happen to pick you. So really know when to be quiet, because knowing when to be quiet is really powerful. Knowing when to speak is very powerful. Um, you know, this became like a little a little lecture. I'm really sorry. But that's all for my podcast right now. And thank you for watching. And hopefully this, kind of gave you an idea of what I was trying to say in my writing, or, give you a better understanding about it. And I'll see you on the next one.